Every day you don't fix this, you're literally watching your qualified leads scroll past your content and book with someone else. You have got people watching your content who would pay you right now, but they're not booking because you're missing this one single critical piece. So here's the invisible leak in your coaching business that is costing you 10K every month, and that is story sequences. And here's exactly how these high-ticket sales coaches implement story sequences to drive traffic to their VSL funnel. Now, what is a story sequence? It is a series of stories that is designed to sell your high or low ticket offer to your followers. It works something like this. You engage with your audience, you capture their attention with compelling stories, then you resonate with your audience through shared experiences, through shared pain points, then you basically guide them towards buying your offer, so your mentorship or your high or low ticket offer. So basically, story sequences are the most important system you can implement after your profile is well optimized. And think about it like this. Even if your unaware viewer watches your story sequences, most of them will visit your profile, and from there, they will watch your testimonials. Oops, what's that arrow, bro? And from there, they will watch your testimonials, they will watch your reels, and they will be redirected to your YouTube if you have a link in your bio or highlights or somewhere. So story sequences can also be used to nurture your unaware audience. Now, it can be used in multiple ways. For example, you can also use story sequences to collect user data or basically do market research and make your landing page or VSL with that. So it works something like this. You generate attention with your story sequence, then redirect that attention to converting assets like Instagram Reels or your YouTube video. Then from there, preferably from Instagram Reels, then so that you can use a CTA and use and say something like comment down this word and I'll send you this. And so when they do comment down that word, you DM them and collect some user data, right? You ask 2 or 3 questions about their pain points, about the problems they're facing, and you use that later to build your landing page, basically your VSL, and then finally you give them the YouTube video, right? Now that we understood how story sequences work, what is a story sequence, let's dive into the Instagram story structure, right? So usually it is up to 4 or 6 stories. So it works something like this. You use a hook to grab their attention, then you introduce a value or a problem to highlight benefits or challenges, then use social proof. This is very, very important, right? So you demonstrate that your solution actually works in the market, right? Social proof is very important. And finally, use a CTA which guides them to your VSL or landing page. So now that we understood what is a story sequence, how it works, let's look at an example of a very good story sequences. So this is from Josh Lyons. If you don't know him, he's super big in sales and he uses this story sequence structure. So firstly, in the first story, he uses a hook. So since it gets the most views, the goal is to create curiosity and to make the viewer watch the next story, right? So he uses this extremely high leverage group photo. This is from his mastermind. And in the second story, he introduces one of his client wins. Skylar earned $41,350 in commissions this month, using specificity to make the results feel tangible, right? So this is social proof. It builds authority and shows that his solution actually works in the market, right? So in the third story, he uses a contrast, right? That most struggle to earn 20K, let alone to hit double that. So basically, he's saying that most struggles to hit even like 20K, and Skylar earned $41,350, right? So this basically shows that the client's success and Josh's expertise. And then, so in the fourth story, he introduces a problem, unique mechanism that positions his method as the missing key, right? And finally, in the fifth story, he gives a solution while showing only 3 out of 8 steps, right? And to create like curiosity, right? And finally, in the sixth one, this is the one that he leaves a link to his VSL funnel. This is the CTA. So this is a very good example of a story sequence structure. So let's look at some of the rules you have to follow while implementing story sequences. So number one is post pictures that position your brand as an authority figure. So you can't just post random photo of your face or something, food or something like that, right? That's not an authority figure. Look at how he uses a insanely high credibility photo. Like in his mastermind photo, use a photo of his mastermind, right? Second one, use social proof and results. This is very important. If you don't use it, like no one will actually believe that your thing actually works. So number two is very important too. So number three is speak to your ICP, mention their pain points. This is very important too. So you basically connect with them emotionally. So for example, Josh here, he introduces a problem in his fourth story to resonate with that, so to resonate with his audience and to like introduce a common pain point that everyone struggles with. So number four, make people feel something, trigger an emotion after they watch your content. So you're gonna provide as much value as you can and make people think, why haven't they achieved their goals yet, right? So kind of like Josh does here, he uses a contrast, introduces a problem, then gives the solution to it. And basically he's saying that, yeah, my method is the missing key which you need to achieve your goal. And here are the social proof, and here are the people I help. And so number five, position yourself as the authority figure and that your solution actually works in your niche. So how do you do that? You gotta post social proofs, post as much valuable content as you can to gain that authority. Now, what do you do when you don't have a testimonial to show yet? How can you gain the same authority when you don't have any social proofs to show? So what you can do is show behind the scenes client collaboration. So basically, think about it like this. You and your client sitting in a call and you're planning on how you can scale his business. Then, of course, share an origin story. So basically share your client struggles, pain points, and what did you do to solve those problems. And basically, what do you do to make that shift happen? And lastly, you can leave a link to your VSL or a link to book a call with. Now, in order to get your Instagram story in front of all the other Instagram stories, you can implement the close friend strategy. So this is basically adding your followers in your close friends to increase story views and engagement. So Instagram works like something like this. So the story which gets the highest number of views and engagements moves to the first. So what you can do is post a story which is close friends. Now this is the first story and this is the hook. Then post another normal story, then then post like another normal story, then like wait like at least 12 hours, then post another close friend stories. So basically this gets the highest number of views, then it's kind of starts to drop off from here. But when you post another close friend story, it gets to the front of all the other stories, and then it gets the highest number of views, right, and engagement. Then you finally post your CTA. Alright, now you understand the exact story sequence structure that top coaches use to nurture their audience and add an extra $5,000 or even $10,000 a month to their coaching business. Now here's the thing, 99% of the people won't even take action, while top coaches are scaling their business to 6 or even 7 figures a month. So once you click up this video, I really want you to take action. And if you need any help implementing these systems, you can book a call down below and we will see what's going on and how can I help you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.